So lately on YouTube and Twitter and stuff like that, I haven't really made anyone mad. I haven't really had a lot of people block me. I hadn't really riled up a bunch of people to where they're pissed off at me. And I don't think that's fair because I enjoy stuff like that. It makes me laugh because I talk about video games and people get so pissed off. So we're going to change that today by dipping our toes into a very hot topic right now. This is obviously something that has been talked about for a few days now. I kind of wanted to look at the grander situation and get my thoughts and think to myself, well, how many different people can I offend by going in which one way or direction? But then I realized, once again, that's not me. Sometimes I don't go into a direction. I just look at the situation, and my train of thought is completely different than other people's. And of course, we're talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, I'm not the biggest Assassin's Creed fan in the world. I enjoyed 1 and 2. 2 was obviously a lot better than 1. 3, I didn't really start to appreciate until I was older. 4, Black Flag is the GOAT. That's the best one in the series, like by far for me. The newer ones, I played Mirage. I didn't really play Valhalla or anything like that. The setting really didn't do much for me. But now Assassin's Creed is going to Japan, which is something that a lot of people have been hoping for and wishing for. But of course, this is Ubisoft, a company that is known to kind of go in unique directions sometime. And we got an initial trailer for the game, and I mean, it was all CG. I don't understand how you're releasing a AAA game in 2024 and you start out with a CG trailer. And people were quick to say, well, Ubisoft always does a CG trailer. That's what they always do. What kind of mindset is that? That would be like me saying, oh, every time I go drive, I run over a little kid. Every single time. Does that make it right that I'm doing that? No. You should be like, hey, RGT, don't run over a little kid with one of your cars. Be better. And then, I stopped doing that. Like, Ubisoft should not be, they shouldn't get a pass because they always do CG trailers. I want to see gameplay from this. You are finally bringing Assassin's Creed to Japan. I want gameplay, not CGI crap. But of course, that's not the big focal point of this debacle, of this debate. It's the characters. You finally, look at me. You finally go to Japan. You're in Japan and you're designing the character for the game and you're like, this is what we're going to do because everyone's going to be fine with this. Nobody's going to have put a weird stink eye towards it or anything like that. Everyone's going to be cool with our character design of a woman. You choose a woman as one of the main two characters, this little lady who's supposed to be like this badass ninja. Oh, wait. That's not what people are mad. They're not mad about the woman. Oh, it's the other guy. It's the other guy. So Assassin's Creed Shadows will be using a 2-character system. And people definitely were kind of a bit confused with the character selection screen. So let's just check out what we have thus far over on Assassin's Creed Shadows website. And if I offend you, like, that's fine, dude. You'll get over it eventually, or you'll yell at me on social media. So here's the game. Comes out on November 15th. Only modern platforms. No Xbox One, no PS4. Definitely very cool. And here are our 2 characters. We have the Lady Ninja, and we have this samurai guy. And I mean, interesting character choice here. But let's scroll down here. A new creed rises. Live the intertwined stories of Naoi, the lady, an adept shinobi assassin from Iga province, and Yasuke, the powerful African samurai of historical legend. Against the backdrop of the turbulent late Sengoku period, this remarkable duo will discover their common destiny as they usher in a new era for Japan. So yes, Yasuke is a black guy. And a lot of people were like, it's Japan. There's Japanese people. And, to that, I kind of say, hey, this lady's Japanese. I mean, she's a woman. No, I'm just kidding. Jesus Christ. But like, when you look into who Yasuke is, because they like to they like to dip their toes into historical stuff with Assassin's Creed, but I don't necessarily think it's a historical, accurate telling of history. It's kind of, a bit over the top in how everything works. I mean, when you think about the premise, at least the original premise with the Templars and stuff like that, it takes things from reality, but then puts them into a somewhat fictional world that's still kind of based on reality. Explore feudal Japan, you become a shinobi assassin. Here's our lady character, Naoi. We're going to say Naoi. Yeah, Naoi. So this is going to be our stealth character. And then we have Yasuke as the charismatic samurai. Yasuke, strike your foes with brutal precision and power. I mean, he's the samurai guy. He's going to be your guy that you do a lot of combat with. Information is your weapon. You're trying to get stuff here. The thing that I take away from this, kind of all jokes aside, obviously I've been very tongue-in-cheek with this video, is that the Yasuke character kind of is confusing to some people because it's a black dude and you don't really think of black dudes as like Japanese dudes. Now, the Yasuke character is actually based on someone that was a real person. Like, there is documentation of that. What their role was in history as far as being like the first black samurai, I mean, it's stuff from hundreds of years ago, so it kind of gets misconstrued sometimes. At the end of the day, though, like, I don't really care, like, because it's not supposed to be a historical thing. Like, maybe if he was like the main guy and there wasn't another character, okay, maybe that would be kind of weird. But you do have a traditional ninja style character. I almost feel like, they put more emphasis on Yasuke's character instead of Naoe's character in the trailer to kind of see how people's reactions would be. You keep going down here though, and then here's where I have problems with this game. You look at all this shit, okay? I don't care if the dude, if it's Tom Cruise, The Last Samurai, like, I don't care. If the game is fun and the game is good, then like any sort of character thing doesn't really matter to me. But this matters to me. Like, all jokes aside, this is some bullshit. You are putting pre-order numbers and dollars on a game that we have CG of, no gameplay. $70 for the base game and the pre-order bonus. But if you get the gold edition, you get the base game, the pre-order bonus, the season pass, and 3 days early access. And if you get the ultimate edition, you get the base game, the pre-order bonus, the season pass, the 3 days early access, and the ultimate pack. What's the ultimate pack? Oh, look, you get 5 skill points, an exclusive thing here, exclusive filter and stuff like that. Like, well, what the hell is this? Why is this still a thing? You have to pre-order the game in order to get a bonus mission and stuff like that. This should be the real talking point. All jokes aside, this should be the talking point. Not necessarily the characters that they chose. Not necessarily all that sort of stuff. Now, if you get to the story and it's completely convoluted nonsense that doesn't make any sense as far as the characters are concerned, then sure, you could get a little bit, leery-eyed towards the direction that Assassin's Creed Shadows went in. And you look at the writing team and stuff of people, it doesn't really instill you with too much confidence with some of these people. But this is the problem to me. You're asking me to give you $130 for a game that I've never seen a freaking second of gameplay for. That's ridiculous. But of course they want you to get you this, the ultimate edition, in the monthly subscription service, so that you just get the subscription service and then you don't have to worry about it. You get everything, but then you also have to pay us monthly, and we rope you in there and we make it hard for you to get out. And like, that to me is the big problem with this. I almost feel like this is kind of conspiracy theorist, but I almost feel like they put Yasuke as a focal point of the trailer because they wanted people. They were like, well, people are going to be questioning one of these two things: either Yasuke as a character or our terrible terrible pricing tier system for this game. So why don't we put Yasuke as like the focal point of this? Because these video game companies understand why some people look at things and they're like, that seems a little bit strange. So that they kind of lean into that in order to change the conversation from our horrible pricing structure. We want $130 for a game you haven't seen yet to, put a black guy as a samurai. Like, I also, my whole takeaway from this is I don't think it's racist to question it, to be like, oh, well, that's kind of weird. Why didn't they go with a traditional Japanese guy? Now, obviously, there are people that are being racist with it. Like, no question about it. And to them, F off. But like, if you just ask a question about it, or you inquire about the Yasuke character, why they went with the Yasuke character, I don't necessarily think that is a racist thing. It's just kind of, it sticks out a little bit more so than what you would expect from a game being set in Japan. But on the other side of things, you have people that think everyone who questions it is like a racist. And it's just like, bro, I hate video games now. Like, I hate video games on social media because if you lean kind of one way or the other, like, people will just bandwagon and hop on you like you're the worst person in the world. And it's like, bro, this is not real life. As far as the Japanese audience is concerned, which obviously is going to be paying attention to this game, it's actually the #1 pre-seller right now on Amazon of Japan, Assassin's Creed Shadows, with absolutely no gameplay. What are we doing, Japan? Let's wait for some gameplay before we get hyped up about this. Like, we have to be reasonable here. All in all, though, if the game looks good and it looks fun and the gameplay is well done and it's pretty, I'll play it. If it's not a good game, doesn't look fun, doesn't look pretty, I'll play it. I won't play it, I should say. Like, I just hate all the extracurricular shit attached to it. It's like, just look at the game for what it is. If it's a game that interests you, cool. If it, for whatever reason you're like, this doesn't interest me, that's cool too. There's nothing wrong with that. But, just making everything a bigger situation than it needs to be. It's like, is this video? It's Stellar Blade all over again, except the roles are reversed. It's bullshit, man. It's so damn frustrating. So I hope you got a laugh out of this, or you got pissed off, because that's really all I'm trying to do here. I'm either trying to make you mad at me or make you laugh with me, because at the end of the day, this is a nothing burger situation. Be mad about the pricing structure. That's what should piss people off. The pricing structure. Because it's disgusting that this is still a thing in 2024. Let me know what you think of this, though, in the comment section down below. Do you plan on playing this game? Are you interested in it or not? Do you want to see gameplay before you make a decision, like a normal person should? Give me all your thoughts. I'm sure the comment section will be absolutely amazing on this video. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel and you don't hate me, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel and you do hate me, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.